Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 42 of the Georgia State Dynasty here in NCAA Football 14, and today, as always, getting things started out with a little bit of recruiting. If you guys are wondering, you can take a look at the board and see what some of the prospects are going after here. Specifically, still going after Derek Harrison. We're out on Adam Buchanan. I think he locked us out and removed him from our board a while ago. You can see David Barrow is the guy that we're going after. We just added a bunch of players to the board last week, so you can see we're going after a guy like Chaz Williams. He's a new guy that we added to the board, and some of those guys towards the bottom. But if you guys are not watching Burns' end of this dynasty, he is currently not only number 3 in the nation, as you'll see there, but he also has Bilal Marshall, his starting quarterback, right at the head of the Heisman race. So if you guys are not watching his end of the series, you should definitely check it out. Things are heating up over on his end, and I think you will enjoy it. But take a look here. Kylie Neal is just 100 and I believe that's 37 yards short of 1,000 on the season. He would be our first 1,000-yard rusher in school history. So that'd be something cool if that ended up happening, which it surely looks like it will. We still have, let's see, we're 8 games in, 12 in the regular season, plus a probably at least a bowl game, if not a conference championship. So he has 5 or 6 games left. He'll more than likely eclipse that. But this week, going up against UL Monroe, a team that's played us tough in the past, and we're on the road against them, so this could be a tough game. They're getting things started out with Devontae McNeil handoff there on 3rd and 10, but he only picked up 3 yards. That'll set up 4th and 7. So we're going to take over 3rd and 10 out of our own, and here we go. It's going to be a nice completion on the curl route to Paul Walker from Ben McClain. That's a 13-yard pickup. And now here we go on 2nd and 8, pistol formation, offset to the right, hand out to Kyler Neal, who will cut to the outside and back up the middle and end up picking up about 6 yards. That'll set up 3rd and 2. And now here we go, a little handoff to Blake Gardner up the middle. He will pick up the first down on the 7-yard carry, and that is going to make it now 1st and 10. It'll turn out to be 3rd and 5 later in the round. McClain dropping back, firing it over the middle, under pressure, does not matter. He fires over to Paul Walker for the completion, 13 yards on the gain. And now coming out in the shotgun set, looking for a read option play. McClain will keep it. He's going to go up the middle. He'll dive and try to make sure he does not fumble that ball. Picks up 8 yards on the gain. 3rd and 4. McClain fires right side. Caught by Kylie Neal. Hangs on. Takes in the hit. Kylie Neal showing a good set of hands right there. That'll set up now 3rd and goal later in the drive. We're going to run a screen play to Kyler Neal, who makes the catch, cuts up the middle, but will not quite get to the end zone. He will only pick up 6 yards on the carry, and now, or on the catch, I should say, so 4th and goal coming up. And earlier in the game, we're not going to take a risk and go for it. We're just going to take our points and get out to an early 3-0 lead here. So that will make it 3-0, as I just said. And you can take a look at the studio update here. Number 2 Kansas State does hang on over Iowa State. Would have been a big upset right there in Kansas State against 1-6 Iowa State. Iowa State did beat Oklahoma State in their, actually that was in Iowa State a couple years back when Oklahoma State was number 2 in the nation. But check out this Miles Morris interception. He bobbles it, then makes the shoestring catch. And I don't know why Burrell Brown, the starting quarterback, didn't just run up the middle there. He had a ton of room to run. Easily would have had the first down. Easily could have converted. But instead he forces a throw in there. And it's picked off by Miles Morris. But they're going to take a look at this one, as it looks like this might have hit the ground before he could gain control. Let's see what they rule here. As you can take a look at it and make a judgment for yourself. Looks like he tried to make the shoestring catch, but that's pretty close. Might have hit the ground. Let's see what the refs end up deciding, as this would be a big turning point in the game. We either get really good field position or their drive could continue, but the play will stand. So we take over here now, 3rd and goal inside of about the 5-yard line. McClain dropping back, firing it right side, caught by Kyler Neal. Gets stopped short once again, so we have another 4th down and goal situation. This time we're going to be a little bit risky. Did not want to settle for 2 inside of the 5 field goals. So we end up trying to convert here on 4th and goal, and we do so. Kylie Neal gets up the middle for the rushing touchdown. His first of the ball game, and we take a 10-0 lead here over UL Monroe. Now about a minute left to play in the 2nd quarter. McClain fires this one deep, but he forced that one into double coverage, and that is picked off by Caldwell for the first turnover of the ball game. Actually, this might have been the second. Yeah, this is the 2nd turnover on our end. So that will give UL Monroe the ball back with about a minute to play and a chance to try and put some points up on the board before the half comes. So here we go. There is Burrell Brown dropping back, firing it right side, caught by his man right there, Rashawn Caesar, for the 11-yard gainer. They would call timeout. 50 seconds or so to play in the 2nd quarter. Burrell Brown will drop back out of the shotgun set, step up, evade a nice move right there. He evaded the tackler very nicely, and he'll actually pick up 7 yards on the gain, turning nothing into something. And now empty backfield, Burrell Brown dropping back. He will fire it left side end zone, caught by his man Tony Cook for the 19-yard touchdown. And that will give them some points before we enter the half here. That'll make it a 10-7 ball game after the ensuing PAT. But we take over here. We're going to try a couple quick plays here and try to get some good field position down the field to Justin Wagner with 1 second left. So we have a chance to at least check up a Hail Mary and see what can happen here. So 1st and 10 from about the 44-yard line or so. McLean takes a deep drop back, fires it deep, he's got a man, and it's caught by Paul Walker. What a play, a Hail Mary. We go about 75 yards on 2 plays, and a huge momentum switcher right there. As you've kind of noticed, you might have noticed, I should say, in previous games, a lot of the time we kind of allow these late touchdowns in the end of the first half, and they get a little bit of momentum going into the half. But this time around, we end up stealing back all the momentum with that nice Hail Mary play, and we'll go into the half with a 10-point lead. 17-7 is the score here in UL Monroe. A huge play. I cannot emphasize how much that really helped out. Just our momentum, knowing that we could go up by 10. We received to start the second half. We could really start to open this game up if we wanted to. So here we go, first possession of the second half. McLean play action. He will end up getting sacked there for a loss of 9 yards. Tried to evade the rush. Ended up backpedaling a little bit there, and that'll set up 3rd and 22. So shotgun set, we're going to need to go deeper. McLean looking deep. He's got a man, and it's caught by Ross Jackson, the sophomore standout, for a 37-yard pickup. Now on 1st and 10, shotgun set. McLean dropping back right side, caught by Justin Wagner, the other sophomore standout, for the 13-yard pickup. And that'll set up a new set of downs here on 1st and 10. Shotgun set, 3 wide, 1 tight end. McLean dropping back, has tons of time, fires it to Rufus Warren there, who's able to pick up a couple yards after the catch and make that a 7-yard gain. Now next play, handoff to Kylie Neal right up the middle, who will pick up the first down and a little bit more with the 10-yard gainer. And now on 1st and 10, here we go, pistol formation, offset to the right, handoff to Kylie Neal, who goes up the middle, tries to evade a tackle, he'll end up not quite getting to the end zone, but picks up 9 yards. 2nd and 1 coming up, handoff to Kylie Neal, will go right back to him, and he pounds that one into the end zone for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. A 3-yard touchdown run, and we open up a 17-point lead after the point after attempt. So here we go now, 24-7 is the score. Burrell Brown on the next possession ends up getting stuffed on the 3rd and 1 carry. That sets up 4th and 1. Great play by our defense right there. That would punt it away. We take over now after a great punt return from Antonio Huff. Sets us up with great field position. We fire to the end zone, and that is caught by Rufus Warren. A 29-yard touchdown, and just like that, only about 4 minutes into the second half, we've turned a 10-point lead into a 24, or actually that's a, yeah, that is a 24-point lead, excuse me. My math was off a little bit there for a moment, but we take over once again now with 2:45 to play in the quarter. That's an 18-yard pickup to Ross Jackson, as the passing game was really working today outside of a couple turnovers. But Ben McLean is going to fire this one deep, and there's one of those turnovers I was talking about. Once again, we kind of had the deep ball going a little bit there. We had a Hail Mary earlier. We had a 29-yard touchdown earlier. I was kind of feeling McLean throwing it deep, which is one of his strengths. He's not the most accurate passer in the world, but he really has a good arm. So I was trying to play to that a little bit, and we ended up having a couple forced throws. That's the 2nd interception on the day, and now 1st and 10, Burrell Brown is going to drop back. He will fire that one right side, caught by Tony Cook, who will break a tackle and ends up getting a 9-yard gain on what could have been a short game, but he makes something out of nothing. And now 2nd and 1, next play, Burrell Brown dropping back, firing left side, and that's caught by his man. And that'll be a 1st down and a little bit more right there, as I believe they cross midfield now into Georgia State territory at about the 35-yard line. Little screen play to Tony Cook, who will pick up a nice gain right there, 10-yard gainer, and that'll give them a new set of downs. So this UL Monroe offense is finally starting to roll. Maybe a little too late, but we'll see what they can do. Burrell Brown up the middle on the rush, and he'll pick up 16 yards on the play. Shotgun set, Burrell Brown dropping back. He's going to have a ton of time. Fire the end zone. Caught by Derek Williams for the 10-yard touchdown reception. And they cut the lead 31-13. Now they're going to go for 2 here, being down 24 points. That is only a 3-possession game if you convert 2 points on each of the touchdowns. So Burrell Brown scrambling to the right. He will get stopped. Great dive tackle by our defensive lineman. And that will keep it a 3-possession game now. So Ben McLean dropping back. He's going to fire the one over the middle, caught by Jordan Giles, and that will be a 9-yard pickup on 3rd down to set up a new set of downs. And let's see if this Georgia State offense can start to roll once again. It's been rolling so well today outside of a few turnovers. And Ross Jackson, 11-yard pickup. UL Monroe definitely had a solid game plan for defending us. They tried to take away the run early, and Kyler Neal really struggled early on, making us pass the ball. But their secondary just wasn't good enough to stop Ben McLean throughout this game, as it's a nice play by Ben McLean, creating a play for his tight end, Rufus Warren. Now 3rd and 3, play action fake. McLean is going to take it to the right side, scrambling. He fires it off the run, incomplete. 4th and 3 coming up, and we're going to end up going forward here at about the 45-yard line. Hand off to Kyler Neal for the 1st down, and that'll set up a new set of downs for Georgia State as the drive continues. And now on 1st and 10, shotgun set. We have it, a play action, and now McLean drops back, fires over the middle, and that was the worst. Well, I mean, I know I make a lot of bad decisions sometimes, but that was one of the worst decisions I've ever made. Terrible turnover by Ben McClain. Right as we were looking like we could put this game away, we give it back to them, still with a glimpse of hope, but on their first play of their new possession, they turn the ball right back over. We take over with great field position, a new set of downs, and a chance to try and put this game away. Over the middle, caught by Kyler Neal out of the... Actually, I think he was lined up offset to the right there, and that will set up now 1st and 10. Pistol formation, again, offset to the right. We're going to hand this one off to Blake Gardner up the middle. Gardner will get brought down, but picks up 7 yards on the gain. And now here we go on 1st and goal inside of the 2-yard line. McClain dropping back. He's going to fire it left side to Kyler Neal. And Neal did not have the best day through the ground, but he really did excel through the passing game today. And I think that's going to end up showing in the final stat line. So there we go. Another touchdown. We put this game away 38-13, and the clock would expire with that exact final score. So we end up winning 38-13. Nice road win once again. The biggest difference between this year's team and previous year's team is our ability to dominate on the road. You know, I would say we've always kind of been able to win games like 31-3 at home, but we never, you know, even when we won road games, it was never quite 38-13 or 41-19 like it was last week. It's always kind of these like 28-25 games or 38-34. We never quite came out and just dominated the team when we were not in our home building. But I don't know if it's a confidence thing or if it's just me getting used to this team or us being a little bit better, you know, 1 year more experienced. I wouldn't say that, you know, we have a ton of new players that are making a difference on this year's team. I mean, you look at the defense, it was pretty similar to last year's team outside of Antonio Huff and a couple guys in the secondary, which have definitely helped improve our team. But, you know, the linebacking core and the front seven have been really the same as they were last year. The receiving core is pretty similar outside of Paul Walker. Justin Wagner and Ross Jackson are definitely better than they were last year. Kyler Neal, you know, he's just having more of an opportunity, I would say, this year. I don't think he's any better than he was last year. And Ben McClain has really stepped up in place of Jeremy Johnson. He's not lost the start yet. That 7 overall point boost he got in the offseason is clearly paying off at this point. He's become much more of an accurate passer. But I don't know what it is. This team is just a lot better than previous years, and it's really showing in these videos, I believe. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Those out. Peace.